we are back in the swing of what's going on. We are back in the swing of making videos, and I'm gonna upload every day this week, like for real this time. Not gonna just post one video and say I'm gonna post for the entire week, because that's embarrassing. But oh, it's actually showing a lot of my back, so you can see all of my back. Yeah. Well, what's going on? What's going on with my face? Anyways, I watched that new episode of Peacemaker. That was amazing. I guess I've never really talked about like stuff I watch on this channel. Right now they're releasing episodes of Peacemaker and Gen V season 2, both season 2 actually. And Peacemaker episode 6 just came out. Well, it came out last Thursday, and I watched it over the weekend with my mom, which absolutely, I don't know how I get away with watching these shows with her, but she likes them and I like to watch them, so I guess if it, yeah, it's just kind of odd. But anyways, I mean, to talk about one thing that I don't really like, that, like, you know, what they do in superhero shows and media is that whenever it's like a more realistic kind of show, because like I just feel like Peacemaker is more of like a realistic, and this goes for Gen V also, because it also popped up whenever they go for like whoever the villain should be, then they try not to do like monsters, because monsters is us too, you know. Oh, my stomach hurts. Monsters is too, like, you know, fantastical. Yeah. Can't do like, you know, meta humans too often. But I mean, that's what they do a lot of the time in the shows. But then, like, you know, the overarching evil, you know, what's actually controlling it all. You know, sometimes they do like gangs, which that's okay, yeah, it's acceptable, but I mean, I feel like there should be something better than that, a more overarching thing. Yeah, but it's never like anything interesting anymore. It's never like aliens. It's always in, like, you know, it's like there's so much stuff in media now where it's not anything fantastic. They go straight for Nazis. I think I can say that on YouTube. They love to just, whenever it's a big bad and they, you know, it's the big bad, it's the new big bad that they have to defeat, it's always controlled by Nazis. 100% of the time. You know, Gen V, they stuck into dudes, or they opened dudes' files or whatever. Turned out to be a Nazi. Stormfront, she was also one. You know, Peacemaker, episode 6, what happened? They opened the thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a spoiler warning at the start of this video. But Peacemaker, what happened at the end of the episode? What'd they find out? Oh, yeah, they're actually living in a world full of Nazis. And, you know, I feel like there should be more of a variety of like big bad villains that, you know, is just like an actually good, interesting, overarching evil that isn't Nazis. I feel like it's always just that. That's like the most realistic they can get with, like, you know, super big bad villains. I feel like you do so much better. Obviously, I don't have any ideas. I'm not nearly creative enough to make a show or a movie. But like, I feel like it can't be that hard to come up with something. Oh, I hate this road because it does that to my face. But I feel like it can't be that hard. Why did it go dark? Okay, I can't figure it out. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, they should stray away from the whole. Well, I mean, obviously Nazis are evil, Nazis are bad. Duh. Yeah. Duh. But I'm not trying to sound like one or anything. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like they could show a different kind of evil. You know? Any other kind would actually be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, I would like to see other forms of villainy in the media. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on the new. Well, actually, I didn't really talk too much about Gen V. I just talked about the ending of Peacemaker. Gen V, that was a plot twist. That was a plot twist with the dude that I actually can't wait for an explanation. You know, one thing that I have been meaning to talk about, and I haven't talked about this to anybody because, yeah, nobody wants to listen to this. So I'm posting it on YouTube in case anybody in the world does. But there was a scene. I think it was the start. It was the opening to episode 1 of season 2. And it was Thomas Godolkin with the whole, oh my God, what is going on? It was Thomas Godolkin, and he was in the place with all the lab dudes, and they all took Compound V. And this is one thing that I really like that they showed in the show, because they always say, like, they have to experiment on kids because adults will die if they take Compound V. And I find that really interesting because they never showed any adults dying from taking Compound V. Every single person that's taken V, it was successful. And I really enjoyed, not watching people die, obviously, but I enjoyed seeing the more harmful side effects of taking Compound V and what would happen to most people if they did take the V. Obviously none of the it's not going to happen to any of the main characters. The main characters, they have to stay for the entirety of the show. But, some throwaway people, yeah, they can take V and show the bad side effects. And I really like that. I like that quite a bit. It shows what they've been warning us about this whole time. And yeah, I don't know. That's just one little nitpick that I like. Okay. Like, literally, my screen is like black. I can't see myself. I can see myself, but it's so dark. And I really hope this isn't like the entire recording, because that would suck. I'm gonna watch this back. If it's bad, then I guess you're just gonna have to watch a dark video. But anyways, back to Gen V. That was just a little nitpick that I liked. And I believe that it will come. That's probably the only time that it will get shown. It's probably the only time that you'll ever get like any real recognition of, oh yeah, V is dangerous. They say it's dangerous, and they show that it's dangerous through the super powered people, but they never really like show why it is dangerous. And that's because it could kill you if you're not a kid that's taking it. By the way, I just reset my thing. I hope it looks a lot better now. I really hope that recording wasn't dark, but it might have been. It might have been. Yeah, that's just my little input on my media that I'm intaking whenever I go over to my mom's. And yeah, just something I really like. There's also that's the only 2 shows I'm actually watching right now. I would like to watch more. Yeah, there's not much coming out right now. I was watching Dan to Dan. It's a Gooner show, I know. Jeez. But It was good. I mean, season 1 was majority goons. Like, season 1 was like, that was Gooner show. Season 2, it's not like that at all anymore. It's not really like that anymore. I mean, it's kind of a little bit. It shows, yeah, it's bad. It's bad, okay? It's a weird anime, okay? But it has cool stuff in it, okay? Yeah, have you seen the fights? It's amazing. I feel like it doesn't quite justify it, but or it doesn't make it acceptable, but it makes it easier to watch, okay? So I feel like it should get a little bit of props for that, you know? This is horrible parking. This is terrible parking. Yeah, I mean, it's a good show. It's just a hard watch, is what I'll say. But I mean, yeah, you just gotta snoop to like a new low for it. But other than that, it's a pretty good show. I'll defend it. I will defend it. I will say it's a Gooner show, but I will defend it. But anyways, the second half of the video will be at nighttime. So I'm very sorry. This is just a little warning before that comes. It will be at nighttime. It will be very dark, very hard to see anything out here. Sorry about that, but gotta make choices. Or I gotta get this video out, and I'm not doing the whole, oh, I'm gonna cover it with gameplay footage, because I never ended up doing it at all. I recorded one little bit, and that was a 15-minute long video, and I'm not trying to have that again. But I hope the first half was actually good this time. We'll see. See ya. Okay. So, post game, we won. Amazing. Love to hear it. Love to see it. This is the best volleyball season that my school has ever had. It is amazing. I am loving every single second of the game. You know, it's honestly astonishing. I never expected us to actually, you know, make it to this point. I expected one good game, maybe two. We've won 3 games so far. Maybe 4. I might be counting that completely wrong. But point is that we're doing amazing compared to every other year that I've played volleyball. Every other year we went completely defeated. Okay? The literal opposite of undefeated. We only knew what losing was. And now we might be having a winning season. I just scraped my bumper so hard, and I am so scared. But, oh wow. Yeah, I mean, freak it, we ball. Okay. And my keys just fell out my pocket, so that's amazing. But yeah, amazing volleyball season. Like I said, videos posted. I will. Oh, no, I didn't say that. I didn't post that video. Sorry. I recorded. Jesus. I recorded, but I didn't post the video. I got some McDonald's afterwards. I have chilled cup holders, so, you know, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. It's literally like, you know, we won. I feel amazing. I love when we win. It's a great feeling. The only thing I don't like about games is the fact that I have to record at night after said games, which really sucks because, I mean, I hate recording at night. You see how dark it is? You can't see anything. It looks terrible. I will try to figure, you see it? Okay, it was fine over there because it's like a very, you know, lit up area. I was in a McDonald's parking lot, for crying out loud. But, I mean, okay, hold on. The camera's actually like right in the way of where I need to be looking on this road. I'm actually kind of going through it right now because I ate a bunch before the game, and then I ate a bunch after the game. And when you have a fun little fact about the human body is that when your adrenaline's running, you stop digesting your food because your blood goes to other areas of the body to, you know, like your muscles and stuff, so that you can, you know, work at maximum capacity. And side effect of that is you don't digest your food. So I'm literally like, I ate food, didn't digest it, and then ate more food. Didn't burn. I mean, I burned a bunch of calories, so that old food's probably digested by now. I don't know how well the human body works. That's like literally the only little bit that I learned in my psychology class. I learned about the human body, and then, you know, the biology behind psychology that, you know, you eventually get into the brain with it. Really cool stuff. I actually really like that class. I pay attention, like as close as I can, just because, you know, it's a class I want to do well in. It's an AP class. Speaking of AP classes, I actually haven't been to, what's it called? AP Calculus in forever. I've missed like a month of school just in that. And you know what's crazy is that every single day, you know, that I have practice, then I have to drive over to the teacher's parking lot, and I have to drive past my teacher who sits in the parking, like she sits on a bench in the parking lot every single day when I have to move my car, because I think she's waiting for a ride, which is kind of funny as a teacher. I mean, I'm not gonna make fun of somebody's situation, but you know, it's a teacher that I don't like, so I mean, I'm not gonna change my morals on how I feel about talking about people, but I don't know, it's just something I found kind of kiki haha. But yeah, it's just something I found interesting. I turned on the little light that's right here. You know, like when I pull down this thing, yeah, there's a light in there. So I turned that on that side so that I could actually still see out of this. Let's see if it works. We'll see how the drive goes. If it's going well, I might be able to turn that on. I might not. We'll see. But I'm liking this lighting a lot. I just don't know how this side will look after I pass all these cars. I might just be like lit from one side, real ominous like. But I am at the end of the day fine with that, because when I'm recording, I don't really care about how I look. You know, I always wanted to be like one of those looks maxer dudes. I know it's corny, but I mean, also, I mean, I feel like that ship has sailed. You know, looking in the mirror hard enough. Dang, I really don't have the features for that. My nose is too round and my face is too long. I can't be a looks maxer, but I can look decent. So I'm just trying my best to look a little decent on the camera, you know? That's my only goal. But aside from talking about how I look in the camera, what was I talking about this morning? This morning, I got Antonio to hop on Peacemaker. I literally put him on peak. He needs to watch that show because it is top 10 shows of all time. I'm not gonna lie. It's up there. It's 100% up there. Well, like, top 10 shows that are still coming out. You know, it's a good show. It's got amazing characters. That's for one. You know, the dude with bird blindness. This is obviously still getting into spoilers about Peacemaker, but the dude with bird blindness, that is hilarious. That's like literally the funniest thing in the world. I was cackling at that scene whenever he was just like when his first episode when he was introduced. I literally like loved every single time his character came on screen because he was just so funny and he grabbed the audience extremely well. You know, love his character. Even in the latest episode when Rick Flag Sr., he was like, "Oh yeah, just give me some time to think," and then he sat down with him and like tried to give him time to think. Completely misreading the room. That's something I love about these characters, is that they are some of the dumbest characters you can possibly imagine, but also they are amazing and lovable. So it's like, you know, I've written a script before. I've written, I think, 2 scripts now. But I've written a script before, and I like to, you know, make characters with a little bit of personality to them. And if I could ever make a character like them, I 100% would. And next time, I am making a new script, which, you know, when I do that, I'll let y'all know how that goes. Actually, I'll show y'all in the next video, if I remember, my last year's script, because I forgot that I did that. It was actually amazing. I love that. It was a play that I put on. That'll be the next topic. But, you know, whenever I make a character, that's what I want it to be like. I want it to be a character like one of them, because they are everything that I've ever wanted to, like, make in a character. Especially that dude, and like even Chris is just, you know, Peacemaker himself, and Vigilante. Oh, I haven't even talked about Vigilante at all. Vigilante is one of my favorite characters. But aside from that, I gotta switch topics because I said I was gonna talk about this. I did make a script. I wrote a script for my, I'm getting a call. I made a script for my theater class, where we had to write our own play, because obviously my school is very poor, and we can't afford to buy script rights, you know, just for some competition between schools. So we had to write our own script, and when we did, we made the best characters ever. We had, I think one dude was Frank, and man, he was played by one of my good friend, Francisco. He's graduated by now. Okay, he's graduated by now. But, you know, one of my good friends, he played Frank. I'm stuttering all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to cut any of this out. It's very important. But, he played Frank. One of my favorite characters. Country dude, low-key racist, low-key sexist, low-key, you know, homophobic. We were able to write all of that into one character. That's one thing that I liked about the characters that I made, that, like, you know, they weren't really, like, I like to push the limits. I mean, obviously it's a school play, so we didn't push it too hard. Didn't have him say anything crazy, other than, like, you know, normal stuff, like, you know, oh, it's the Russians, stuff like that. He was one of those type of characters, you know, very, very country, very conservative, you know. If he were in the real world, he would have voted for Trump. That's the kind of character we're going for. And he was played by a Hispanic guy, which is just, it makes it so much more funny. And then we had another dude, I forgot what his name was, but he was played by my friend Gaio. And he was like, you know, the Chad type character. He had a voice like this, you know, real deep. He was a workout meathead. You know, he had a whole scene where he just started spewing knowledge on football, things like that. Amazing. Loved that character. He, you know, yeah, there's a lot of funny moments with him. He was a good one. There was my character, and my character wasn't so much funny, like telling jokes and stuff and saying things. My character was really just like me, but like the me that, like, you know, my friends see in school. This is like, you know, super nonchalant guy. Well, I wouldn't say the me that my friends see in school, because I'm not that nonchalant of a guy. But I'd say, like, last year, how I acted, that's pretty much what my character was. So it was a very easy role to play as. And, you know, like, the main thing with him was that, like, you know, his shirt got ripped, and then he had to wear a dress. Yeah, his name was Derek. That was the character name. I got that from some girl that just threw it up there, and I was like, okay, I guess the name would be Derek. Yeah, this is very stupid. Then there was another guy, Jerry, I think. And Jerry, he was known because he had 1 million jobs. I think his name was Jerry. I don't remember. I'll bring the script in tomorrow's video. But yeah, Jerry was one of my favorite characters. I didn't write his entire character, but I wrote a lot of him because of the fact that, like, I wanted it to be I wanted him to have so many jobs. And like the story was these 3 friends, which was, you know, me, Frank, and whoever Guyo's character was. I'm gonna call him Chad for right now. It's not Chad, but you get what I mean. And all 3 of them wanted to just get some food, and they're like college kids, and they're walking around everywhere trying every single spot, and something goes wrong every single time. At every single corner they turn, something goes wrong, and they can't seem to get their food. And at the end, they eventually get the food. Obviously, there's no spoiler there. It's, you know, a play. It's a 30-minute long play. And yeah, like, but it's an amazing story. Honestly, it's some of my best work. I'll bring it in, or I'll bring it, show you guys, or show you, the camera. You know, what, how old was I? What, 16-year-old me was cooking up? It was really 17-year-old. Yeah. It happened really late in the year. Yeah, I was 17 years old when I was making that. Yeah. I'll show you what 17-year-old dude was cooking up. That creative mind of his. But yeah. Some of my greatest work. I'll read the story out at some point. And I wish there was like some type of recording of the entire play. Because if there was, then I would post it on this channel, obviously. If not, well, I think there's like one page that's lost. Which, you know, this is just a huge form of, like, it feels like lost media to me. Because, like, I really did like this play. I really did enjoy it. I wish I had it on recording. I wish I did. But I will try to find the file best I can. And if I can't, that sucks, but I will try. But, that brings us to the end of the video. I will get to editing this tonight while I do my hair. If I do my hair. I don't know. I might do my hair when I shave. Let me just show you guys what I look like right now. Oh, you can't even see it on the camera. You see that sideburn? That's bad. See that sideburn? That's also bad. You know, full side profile. Oh my God. That's where my hair parts. I don't have a bald spot. That's where my hair parts, okay? Same thing on the other side. Oh, shit. That's even worse. God damn. Oh, my God. I'm so chopped. Whatever. I never cared about how I looked. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Never cared. I don't care. Yeah, I'm never gonna shave this. Yeah. Trust me, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna look a billion times better once I shave all this stuff off and get my hair done. Just got my hair done. But yeah, I will, but anyways, coming to the end of the video. Oh God. Comment whatever you liked, honestly, yeah. Whatever you liked, whatever you disliked too. Both sides, yeah. Comment, let me know. And yeah, just comment. If you liked anything, if you disliked anything, just let me know. And I'd really appreciate it if you guys did actually watch the entire video. That'd be nice. But yeah. By the way, started working on music. We will have music in these videos, and there will be different songs. I'm gonna make a bunch of music, okay? All right, I'm not no musicianist. I can barely dance. You know, I can't follow tempo at all. I barely know how to make a beat. But I will figure out how to make this song. I'm gonna make a couple songs, actually. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be something you've never ever seen before. Honestly, I might make the top 10 charts. Honestly, I might have to quit YouTube and just do music because of how good it might be. It will be. That's a lie. But anyways, thank you for watching. I will get out of your hair now. So, thank you. Bye.